Two Mode S transponders are installed on the 757. A single control panel, located on the aft pedestal, controls both transponders. The transponder is controlled by a 6-position function selector. The standby position applies power to warm up the system without activation. Altitude off activates the system for interrogation without activating the altitude reporting feature. Altitude on activates the system for interrogation and altitude reporting. The TA and TARA positions are associated with TCAS operation. The last position, test, initiates a self-test. This is a momentary position spring-loaded to standby. When test is momentarily selected, the ATC code window displays all 8s. ATC 1 and 2, along with the reply indicator, are displayed, and the ATC fail light illuminates. The reporting transponder selector determines which transponder is being used. The 2-position toggle switch selects transponder number 1 or number 2 for use. The transponder not selected remains on standby. Transponder code selection is accomplished by the 2 rotary code selectors. The selected transponder code is shown in the ATC code display. The ATC ident switch, when pressed, transmits a positive identification signal to air traffic control. Illumination of the ATC fail light indicates a failure of the selected transponder. Selecting the other transponder should extinguish the fail light and restore normal operations. Now let's look at the TCAS system. TCAS provides warnings and vertical guidance to preserve altitude separation from other aircraft with altitude reporting transponders. TCAS will also provide warnings from transponder-equipped aircraft without altitude reporting capability. However, vertical guidance for separation will not be available. TCAS information is presented on the TA-VSI and radar displays. TCAS controls are located on the radar control panel, the TA-VSI, and the transponder control panel. Selecting the TA position with the transponder function selector enables the transponder to operate normally as well as provide TCAS traffic advisories. The TARA position enables normal transponder operation along with TCAS traffic and resolution advisories. Momentarily selecting test initiates a test of both the selected transponder and the TCAS. For a complete description of the TCAS test, refer to the POM. When TCAS is activated, the center of the TA-VSI becomes a traffic display. The display is fixed in range, showing traffic up to 6.5 miles in front of the aircraft symbol, located at the bottom of the display. The fixed range of 6.5 miles is enunciated in the top right corner whenever the traffic display is present. Ranges to the side and aft of the aircraft symbol are to scale. A fixed 2-mile range ring surrounds the aircraft symbol. The traffic advisory selector, located in the top right corner, controls the traffic display. Pressing the selector removes the current traffic display. Pressing the selector a second time will bring the display back. Now click on the TA selector to bring the traffic display back. TCAS traffic is displayed at the appropriate bearing in relation to the fixed aircraft symbol. Traffic outside the display range will be shown as half the appropriate symbol. A hollow white diamond on the VSI indicates non-threatening traffic. A solid white diamond indicates non-threatening nearby traffic within 1,200 feet altitude and 6 miles range. A solid yellow circle identifies traffic causing a traffic alert. When a solid yellow circle is displayed, an oral alert is sounded.
Traffic, traffic.
Data tags are attached to each symbol to display relative altitude of the traffic when available. The relative altitude is presented as a 2-digit number indicating hundreds of feet. A plus or minus sign and placement of the information indicate if the traffic is above or below. If the traffic is climbing or descending at least 500 feet per minute, an arrow pointing in the appropriate direction is displayed beside the traffic symbol. If TCAS is unable to obtain bearing information on traffic, no bearing data will be displayed. Resolution advisories, or RAs, are provided to ensure separation from all altitude reporting aircraft. A resolution advisory is displayed as a solid red square and is considered an immediate threat. When an RA requires a pilot adjustment, colored bands are presented along the vertical speed scale. The green arc identifies the vertical rate to be flown and is called the fly-to area. The red arc identifies a restricted vertical speed. Oral alerts are provided to call attention to the TCAS and complement the visual display.
Climb, climb, climb.
The radar indicator can be used to monitor traffic anytime TCAS is enabled and a TCAS mode is selected on the radar control panel. TCAS symbology remains the same as that displayed on the TCAS, with no bearing data displayed in the upper right corner. The TCAS position on the radar mode selector displays TCAS information only. The aircraft symbol is placed so that traffic approaching from behind may be displayed. The weather TCAS position displays TCAS information overlaying the normal weather presentation with the aircraft positioned at the bottom of the screen. The flight level push button is used to change the 2-digit relative altitude data to a 3-digit approximate flight level enunciation. Click on the flight level push button to view the results. When the flight level push button is pressed, the aircraft's absolute altitude is also displayed. The indicator range selector may be selected to any position. However, TCAS will only display traffic up to 40 nautical miles. The AB push button is used to select which traffic altitude band is displayed. Possible selections are A, 8,700 feet above to 2,700 feet below the aircraft, Normal, 2,700 feet above to 2,700 feet below the aircraft, and B, 2,700 feet above to 8,700 feet below the aircraft. Normal is the selected altitude band when the radar is first turned on. A TCAS system failure is indicated by a yellow No TCAS enunciation in the lower left corner of the displays. If TCAS is disabled because of a switch position, or because an individual VSI will not display TCAS information, no TCAS will be displayed in blue. Now let's look at the radar. The weather radar provides the crew with real-time information on areas to precipitation ahead of the aircraft. Areas of precipitation are displayed as color returns. Areas of heaviest precipitation is displayed red. Moderate precipitation appears yellow, and the area of least precipitation is displayed green. The radar indicator and controls are located on the forward pedestal. The brightness control knob is used to adjust indicator brightness. The range selector is used to set the desired indicator range in nautical miles. The range selected is displayed in the upper left corner. When the 5 nautical mile range is selected, WX will not be displayed. The gain control knob is used to set the radar receiver sensitivity. The gain control affects weather and map returns only. It does not affect turbulence displays. The detented auto position presets receiver sensitivity for optimum radar returns. Rotating the knob out of the auto position decreases gain. The manually set gain position is displayed in the upper right corner and indicates from calibrated max to calibrated min. The radar is controlled by a 7-position mode selector. The off position turns the radar off. TCAS presents the TCAS display only. Weather TCAS presents both the radar and TCAS displays. The weather position displays weather radar returns only. Turbulence displays the normal weather returns plus areas of turbulence up to 40 nautical miles away. The turbulence displayed are areas of horizontally moving precipitation. The map position highlights ground returns for observing terrain features. The test position displays a test pattern. An antenna tilt knob controls the antenna angle with reference to the horizon. The tilt angle is displayed in the upper right corner.